Hey, Frank Ahern, privacy expert and blackmail strategist. I'm going to talk about how to defend against blackmail, how to defend against a blackmailer, and what that exactly means, okay? Because when you go online, you have this explanation, this defense, this strategy. And the truth of the matter is, victims have no clue as what blackmail help happens to be, or how to defend, okay? All they're concerned with is, how do I not get exposed? And that's it, which is a very myopic way of viewing blackmail protection and defending yourself, okay? Now, I believe blackmail protection is about preventing the exposure, but also protecting your identity, which means manipulating what the blackmailer knows about you, from phone contact to employment to spouse information. The first thing I do with a client when I take over blackmail is, the idea is to get them off of a known contact. So if they're contacting you on like Messenger or Instagram or WhatsApp, the idea is to get them away from them and onto a burner phone or a burner app or a burner Telegram or something of that nature. And then what happens is, what you're doing is you're removing information that's associated with you, and you're only being associated with this number, because that protects in the long run. 6 months from now, they're not going to come back to your real contact. The other thing is, while you're setting up disinformation, which I'll explain in a second, the idea is to stall them. Stopping blackmail is always about stalling a payment. Now, that's all the blackmailer cares about. Pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me. We're going to kill you, destroy you. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And you need to push them back. I have no cash. I need a couple of days to get cash. Or if they know your financial situation, look, I just need a couple of days to put things together. Be very vague, but it's always about a couple of days, a couple of days, a couple of days. No matter what they say to you or show you, you have to stand your ground, because if you pay, they're just coming right back at you. Okay, so to defend against blackmail, what you need to do, get them off your contact, stall the payment, and next I create disinformation. What that means is I create these bogus business websites, and I create a profile for you and maybe one for your spouse, deviating the spelling of your name, okay? Because even if the blackmailer has your LinkedIn or certain information about you, they don't necessarily confirm it. They just use it for face value, and a LinkedIn account could be old, or your Facebook does not have your employment on it, and you could be Joe's Trucking Company or whatever. And on this website, there's a bunch of profiles and fake email addresses, and I get the blackmailer over to that, and they view it, and they extract all the email addresses, including the one for your fake spouse, who's either a mechanic or a secretary, whatever it may be, or a business manager. And so the threat changes. Instead of threatening to expose you to real contacts on Facebook, or your spouse, now they're going to expose you to your fake job, the job I create for you. So defending against blackmail is 1, getting them off your communications, 2, stalling the payments, 3, creating disinformation that changes the threat from real to fake, and it contains the blackmail in that space. Now, what I do is, when I take over blackmail, I pose as my clients, I diffuse the threats, I back the blackmailer off. Ultimately, I get rid of them. And it takes about a month to 6 weeks to get rid of them, but they go. In most cases, 99% cases, they're gone. My information and my disinformation prevents them from going back to the client. They're going to come back, they're going to come back to me, or the fake website, or an app, whatever it may be. But the client's personal information is protected. And that's really important. So when you're thinking about defending yourself against blackmail, don't be myopic and only think exposure. Think, how do I protect my identity? How do I protect my spouse's identity? How do I protect, so the blackmailer doesn't contact my employment? And I know this is a lot to take in, but if you want to learn more, check out my website. I have a lot of information that's helpful, or you can reach out to me and I can stop your blackmail. Either way, be safe.